The Advanced FIFO option builds upon the standard FIFO feature and allows a user to be able to take multiple items from multiple groups without having to log back in again. Advanced FIFO requires TrakaWEB to be set up, therefore it cannot be used on a standalone system. For further details on limitations of the features, please refer to user document UD0232 TrakaWEB FIFO and Advanced FIFO User Guide. Advanced FIFO requires the items to be placed into groups, known as Common Item Access Groups. These groups are used to apply common access rights to all items that are members of the group. To create a Common Item Access Group, on the navigation toolbar select the Items menu, then Item Access Groups. This page will show any already created groups. Here you can create a new group, edit an existing group, or delete a group. Select the Create option. Enter a name for the group that you want to create. It is possible to assign the group to everyone if required. Ticking the Common Group box will bring up further options. Ensure that the group type is set to FIFO. Select the region and system that you would like to apply the group to. Please note that only region and systems that have Advanced FIFO assigned in their configuration will be displayed, so don't worry if you don't see all of the systems within your TrakaWEB. The allowance option is where you will set the amount of items that a user can hold at one time. Setting 0 here will set the allowance as unlimited. Click Save and more tabs will be displayed. Select the Item Access tab to assign items to the group. In the Access column, tick the items that you want to add to the group. Please note items can only be assigned to one common group at a time, so only items that are not already in the group will be displayed. There are Grant All and Revoke All buttons to assist. Once you are finished, select Save and Return. To assign a user to a Common Item Access Group, select Users from the navigation toolbar. This will display the list of current users. Select the user from the list and then select Edit. In the System Access tab, ensure that the user is active on the system that you have assigned the group to. Next, select the Item Access tab. Here you can select the group that you want to assign to the user. Please note items can only be assigned in Advanced FIFO via groups. You cannot assign an item directly to a user. When you are finished, select Save and Return. Assigning FIFO override to a user will grant that user unlimited access to any groups that they have been granted access to without having to log out. It will also grant the user the ability to resolve issues if a user has placed an item in the wrong locker compartment. Please note the override user would need to have been granted access to the groups involved. You can assign FIFO override to a user via TrakaWEB or at the Traka Touch Locker itself. From the navigation toolbar, select the Users option. Select the user, then the Edit option. Go to the System Access tab. FIFO override is assigned per system, so select the locker system that you would like to edit, then tick the FIFO override box. Don't forget to save your changes. Access the system as an admin user, then select the Admin menu. Now select the Users option. Select the user, then the Edit option. Now select Access. Then Options. In the Options screen, select the Allow User to Override FIFO option. Don't forget to save your changes. When the user logs into the Traka Touch system, if they are only assigned a single Common Item Access Group, which has an allowance of one item per user, and they are not currently holding any items, the locker door to the assigned item that has been in the system the longest will open, and they will be asked to remove the item. Once the user has removed the item, they will be asked to close the door. As the user now holds the maximum limit of items, when they close the door, they will automatically be logged out. When the user logs into the Traka Touch system, if they are assigned multiple common item access groups and they are not currently holding any items, they will be asked to choose which groups they want to take items from. Groups can be selected and deselected individually or by using the Select All, Deselect All buttons. Please note the list will show the current maximum amount available to the user based upon the allowance limits of the group, as well as the amount of items remaining in the locker. Once the required groups have been selected, pressing Continue will open the door to the item from the first group that has been in the locker for the longest time. When the item has been removed from the locker, the user will be asked to close the door. After the door has been closed, the door to the item that has been in the locker the longest from the second group will open, and the user will be asked to remove the item. When the item has been removed from the locker, the user will be asked to close the door. If at this stage the user still has an allowance available to them and the locker still has items available, the user will be asked if they would like to take another item. If they select no, they will be logged out. If they select yes, then they will be shown the list of available options again. In this example, the user has reached the maximum allowance for the iPad group, but they are able to take out one more iPhone. Once the user selects the iPhone group and selects Continue, the door to the next iPhone that has been in the system the longest will open, and they will be asked to remove the item. After the item has been removed, they'll be asked to close the door. As they currently have no more items available to them, the user will be automatically logged out once the door is closed. If a user logs in who doesn't currently hold an item and there are no items available in the groups assigned to them, they will see this message. Once they press OK, they will automatically be logged out. When a user logs into the Traka Touch system, if they only have access to one group with an allocation of one item and are already holding an item, the correct locker door for the item they are holding will automatically open, and they will be asked to return the item to the system. Once the item has been returned to the locker, the user will be asked to close the door. After the door has closed, as the user now holds no items, if there are other available items for the user to take, they'll be asked if they would like to take another item. If they select yes, the process is the same as it was in the Taking Single Items section. Selecting no will automatically log the user out. When the user logs into the Traka Touch system, if they are holding multiple items but their allocation allows them to take more, they will be given the options to take items or return items. If they choose to take items, the process is the same as it was in the Taking Multiple Items video. If they however choose to return items, or they already hold their maximum allowance, they will be shown the Return Items screen. They will then be shown a screen listing the items that they currently hold. Here, they can select which items they would like to return. In this example, the user will return all of the items that they currently hold. Once they press Continue, the door to the first item will then open, and the user will be asked to return the item, and when the item is in the locker, they will be asked to close the door. The process will repeat for the second item. After the second door has been closed, as the user now has a further allowance available to them, they will be asked if they want to take more items. In this case, they will select No. When the FIFO override user logs into the Traka Touch system, they will need to select the I know what I want option. The item that is in the wrong compartment will be shown in red with a warning triangle. If they select the item, both the door to that item's compartment plus the door to the correct compartment will open for the user to move the item. On screen, a green tick will show the user the correct compartment for the item. The red message at the top offers instructions on the required action. Once the item is back into the correct compartment, the screen will show a green tick to confirm that everything is correct. When the user then closes both compartment doors, they will be automatically logged out.